I think popular music today is like it's always been. I think there's a little bit of good and an awful lot of bad and an awful lot of mediocre. It feels, to me, music feels a little packaged nowadays. I mean, you can't tell a country singer from a pop singer, from a rock singer, from anything else, to a hip hop. It's just it's all kind of prepackaged. But that being said, there's some really really good music now, just like there's always been. You gotta look for it. No, originally when Fred Larson opened the store, it was in a building that was no longer there, and then in the early 50s it moved into the little store in the Sequoia Theater building where the Tibetan store is now. And when I started working there in 57, that's where it was. And then when they built the building on Blythedale, that used to be a gas station. And in 61, they built that building. She moved up there. I closed Village Music because I'd been there for 40 years and I was just tired. Yeah, no, I got tired of working 60 hours. There were a lot of reasons. The rent was high, and I was burned out. The music business isn't as much fun as it used to be, and I was just tired. I wanted to spend some time with my family. I had always had a storeroom, or I'd had a storeroom for like 30 years. It was in various and sundry different places, and I had this storeroom for, I think it's been about 20 years, and I had all this stuff left over, and I didn't really have anything to do with it, and I didn't want to just dump it, and it turned into a hobby. I opened it like one day a month for a while, and then I got to the point I open it every Saturday. It gets me out of the house for a day. Um, I bitch about Mill Valley a lot. I hate what the town's become, but I was born here and I wouldn't live anywhere else. I think it's really too bad you can't buy socks downtown, or Scotch tape, or sheets and pillowcases, but there's 6 or 7 pet care places and a million salons, and it's really too bad. The town is no longer a resident-serving community, I don't think. I mean, 20 years ago, when I was in Village Music, 80% of my business was local. By the time I closed, 80% of my business was from out of town. I mean, local people for the most part don't shop, and it's a catch-22. Local people for the most part don't shop in Mill Valley, but that being said, there's no place to shop in Mill Valley. There's a lot of stores that are cute, but not many that are that interesting to me, and certainly not that many that are functional.